party people, welcome to the channel. I'm the self-proclaimed Blue Dragon, and we're here with the monthly Q&A. I did not get too many questions this time around. Most of them were kind of related more to like different processes, I guess, if that makes sense. I sound so not put together. This month has been really busy and a bit stressful, but we're coming to a wrap here pretty soon. I'm hoping November is going to be, I'm gonna make less work for myself. Yeah, I only had a couple questions, so let's go ahead and get into this. I'm actually going to be switching over to video that I recorded, and then I'll have some art stuff going on in the background for the voiceover part that I'm doing like right now. So the first question that I got was, what does your workspace look like now? And so let's go ahead and flip over to video. I apologize ahead of time for how awful the video is. It's a little bit of shaky cam, but I've been in a hurry. I really wish I could have done better, but this has got to get out Wednesday. So apologies ahead of time. Hey, hello. So I got my camera. This is an actual camera. This is not my phone. I don't know if it's gonna be that great, but that first question that I got was, what does my workspace look like these days? I should have taken pictures of it for y'all. I'm sorry I haven't yet. Usually I do that for my patrons, but since I moved, everything's been so busy. So I'm finally getting around to showing you what my workspace looks like. This is the desk that my patrons, their support helped me buy. My patrons over the years are just fucking fantastic, so thank you so much. I wouldn't have been able to get this desk without you. This one I actually bought new, but most of my stuff I prefer to get secondhand. But this one can actually lift up. One of these days I might actually use the vertical rise on it, but you know, so that it's at a slant. But usually I just prefer a flat surface. Move that. Everything's a mess because I've been super fucking busy, but yeah, this is where I sketch and ink pages of just about everything I do. I don't do it at my computer desk. I have lots of storage and stuff. Different stuff there. Whoa! Good morning! Oh, look at these two. Oh, good morning, Jack and Julius. Hello. Okay, I'm still in my robe. I'm awful. It's been one of those days. So then I have like this is the screen that I work on for like InDesign and stuff like that. And then this is my old laptop that I use. I use this quite a bit. This one's a little bit faster, but all of my laptops are secondhand. That screen is secondhand. This one we did buy on sale because I did need the two screens for when I work on the zine, the Comic Fury zine. But more often than not, I'm on my little used laptop that has like the CD insert. I will never get rid of this thing. I love it. And then I have like more storage and stuff. And then I have stuff stored there, and then there's stuff in the closet that some of it's convention related, but like that's how I keep things stored, usually on shelves and in boxes and stuff. Another question I got, number 2, how do I store my comics that I work on? I try to keep everything really organized. Like right now I'm working on Act 8 of the Revamp Volume 2. You'll notice that I will put the cover art usually in the front. Here's another Revamp one. I keep them in these binders to keep everything organized, and then like I'll have a couple acts in here and I will separate them with these used, I don't know, somebody gave me these. They didn't want it. One of the offices that I worked at, they didn't want that anymore, so I just used that. Or it might have been my nephew's. When my nephew gets new shit, like this binder is like fucked. So my sister got him some new ones, but I just asked if I could have the old ones because these just stay in a drawer when I'm done. If you have trouble like affording stuff and you want to keep things in binders can sometimes be pretty pricey. So either go to a thrift store. They will almost always have binders like this. I've bought them there before. Or more likely than not, a lot of times I'll go to like an office supply store off season. This face, oh good, you can't see it anyway. But this fancy one I got on sale. It was like a couple cents, so, because they try to get rid of their shit. God, it's early.
And then I keep everything organized in this. So I have the revamp first and then like the old acts afterwards. Everything's labeled so that I know what's going on. I don't know what the hell happened. Oh, there's Act 1. I don't know what happened to the old Act 1. It was kind of, it's older than hell anyway. The art is awful. Anyway, I got a whole bunch of my binders out. Normally this is standing upright, but I've been so busy this month. I've got things out that I'm referencing, all kinds of shit going on. These are really fucking expensive. If you can find one at a thrift store, this one was 10 bucks at St. Vincent in St. Anne, where I lived, in St. Anne, Missouri. But you can also get them, some like just this year, we were driving around Portland and somebody had one of these, a big file cabinet just set out for free. So if you can find these cheaper or like on Craigslist, you know, I would suggest meeting people in a safe public place if you're doing that, but these are so expensive. But if you can get one used, or like sometimes schools or offices will be getting rid of shit. Sometimes the feds will put things up on auction when they're trying to get rid of it. I don't know how to find that. I just remember when I worked at the Park Service, sometimes they would do that so that they could help fund the park. But yeah, this kind of stuff, this is awesome. Just buy it used. Don't buy it new unless you have the money for that, which we are very frugal. I mean, these can be pretty fucking pricey, so I bought mine used. This one I did not buy used, but it's also kind of a piece of shit. Like, the drawers are all fucked up. I mean, it's moved several times, but like, you know. Anyway, that's not art stuff, most of it. Some of it's art, but most of it's not. Anyway, that's how I store my comics. I'm gonna go to voiceover and video now, so talk to y'all later.
Okay, we're back. So we took care of 2 questions. One of the other questions that I got is related to the Comic Fury zine, which, as if you've been watching, I've kind of been addressing a bit in these videos. How do you guys pick the themes for the Comic Fury zine? Which we had the Not Safe for Work zine was nightlife in the city. Before that, we had like informally we had like a holiday theme because, you know, it was released around Christmas. Before that, we didn't really have a theme. It was our first zine, so it was kind of a free-for-all, which is fine too. The zine that we're working on now, the Halloween zine, for most of these, I just kind of picked a theme. Like the holiday, it just kind of fell, that's what everybody wanted to do. It kind of fell into that, and I thought, you know, I suggested that as a theme in our threads. It was only really during the Not Safe for Work zine that, you know, we decided let's just have a theme, period, because we want it to be a little more cohesive. People can submit work that they've already done, but it needs to be something that kind of fits within the theme that we pick. So I did pick the nightlife in the city theme, but for this upcoming zine that's going to release on the 31st, just someone from the community I'm assuming they're from the community, I didn't recognize their email, but emails and handles, you know, in the community don't always line up or match up. But they just said, hey, it'd be a cool idea to have like scary campfire stories. So I was like, well, yeah, everybody seems to be really cool with, like, you know, everybody loves Halloween, especially like in the art scene. So, okay, maybe not everybody, but obviously broad generalizations are broad generalizations, but enough people love Halloween that, yeah, this would be kind of a cool theme. And it also kind of niched it down a bit where Halloween itself can be a very, very, very broad topic. So specifically, since they had said like spooky campfire stories, I was like, well, yeah, that's kind of a cool idea. So that's why we went with that. It was the suggestion of somebody else, so that we're not just making, you know, we didn't want this to be like a community thing where people are contributing however they think they can or however they want to. And everybody seemed to be down with that theme, so we went with that. Next year, we're going to be having another Safe for Work zine first in the summer, since we had the summer Not Safe for Work zine. Then we're going to have the Not Safe for Work zine as the later zine because we do 2 a year biannually. So next year I picked the theme this time because we don't get like a ton of suggestions, so I picked In Dreams. That's what we're going to be doing, and that was because of a conversation that was going on within the Subconscious Thoughts thread on Comic Fury. So that theme I actually got inspired by people talking about stuff in the community. So I do try to keep it, I mean, it doesn't have to be community based, the theme, but if I can get ideas from the community, I feel like that kind of ties it more into Comic Fury and what's going on there. So yeah, that's how we come up with it. And then did I have any other questions? I had one more question. What does a typical workday look like for me? And I mean, it of course varies from day to day, week to week, but I think that could be like an entire video on its own. I don't want to like do it as like a vlog style too much. I don't really like showing my face on screen. I mean, I have done that once or twice before, but I don't want to like make a habit of that. But I'm gonna save that question for an entire video, and I'll just kind of I'll just kind of go through my, I guess, week. Maybe I'll do like snippets of the week, because that's, you know, a lot of, that would be a lot, and I don't want to get too personal, but I'll talk about like how we do like meal plans, and I'm not like I cook a lot of things from scratch. We eat out too, don't get me wrong, we order food out, but I cook quite a bit of our food from scratch, as does my partner. Last night he just made some bran brak. Oh my god, it's so delicious. It's out of our Irish cookbook. Oh my god, it's so good. It's got cranberries. We couldn't find currant, so we throw cranberries in there. But it's so good. But yeah, I do the majority of the cooking and then caring for everything in the household. And then he does some of the cooking, and he cooks his meat because I'm not, you know, he respects my moral choice not to do that. And he actually eats a lot of the stuff that I cook. I try to, you know, cook things that he likes, as well as what I like. So I'll do a whole video on that at some point, probably next month, because it was a question from a patron, and I don't want to like not answer questions. So sorry. But yeah, that's all I got to say this month. I didn't have a lot of questions, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. It's just whatever people want to ask when they have time to. But yeah, I gotta wrap this up. I'm so fucking disorganized. This video is unenjoyable, I'm sure. I am sure. Sorry, a little bit of Frank Zappa there, Valley Girl. Have a great week, everyone. I probably won't be back before Halloween, so happy Halloween. Maybe I'll do a special video advertising the Comic Fury zine, because it's stuff's come in. Everyone's comics have come in. I'm working on putting it all together now, and everything is fucking banging. It looks so fucking awesome. There's such a variety. It's so cool. There's like multimedia pieces, there's digital artwork, there's traditional artwork. It's really fucking cool. So I can't wait to unveil that and do a little tour of it, and hopefully y'all will be inspired to share it and then go check out the artist and see what they're doing just on their own outside of the zine. So anyway, thank you for watching. Peace and love. Fare you well, and keep on trucking.